This conference will now be recorded.
Hello everyone, this is Ken Quigley from Keystroke, and today's webinar is going to be on the new Keystroke Account Manager. So what is the Keystroke Account Manager? Basically, this was an evolution of what we created last year called the VIP portal, but we realized to really make it useful, we had to combine a lot of the functionality of the VIP portal along with newer features and enhancements that can be consumed on a mobile device. A lot of the statistics that we've been reading lately indicate that through 2019, 53% of web content had been consumed through a mobile platform. So clearly, this was something that we had to design and deliver, for that platform for our customers. So a couple of things, just to kind of show you, I don't want anyone having to worry about keeping track or taking notes of the feature. There's a couple of places you can find on our website where you can get this information. First of all, you go to keystroke.ca, go to Act Services, scroll down to Keystroke or KQC Customer Tools, and you will see down here Keystroke Account Manager. And here's kind of a feature breakdown of all of the program features. Okay. Second thing is you're going to notice some little features like you'll see the Apple, the Android, and Windows. And clearly this is meant to indicate all the different platforms that the Keystroke Account Manager is available on. I will be demonstrating it in a browser for the sake of this webinar, but you're going to find that it will look and feel pretty much the exact same on the mobile client because it's totally designed to be responsive. So the first thing is if you go over here or you scroll down to here, you're going to notice the three icons. So if you click here, you'll see the Keystroke Access Manager. We've actually had to rebrand it as a Keystroke Account Manager just for branding reasons. And so you'll see that here in the App Store. And then you go to the Android. You'll see the Android one. This has already been rebranded successfully. And we do have a build that's actually going to be submitted to the App Store in the Android literally in the next week, okay? Most of it is back-end changes, but you'll see all the features today in the Windows platform. And then when you click on the Windows, you're going to be brought over to this, and this is what it actually looks like. Okay, quick fun fact. We've spent a lot of time over the last few months talking about different API applications. There are 3 Book to Act products: Book to Calendar, Book to Events, and the soon to be released Book to Forms. We've also spent a lot of resources developing and promoting our Handheld Contact API and the recently released Handheld Contact Lite. Okay, all of these are basically access ACT data through the ACT Web API. The fun fact about this is that ours doesn't. Ours access the data in our database, our central database, in real time. It's a dynamic connection, but it's using our own Keystroke API that we're developed, and we're going to be implementing that in a lot of our future tools in 2021. So I just wanted to mention that this one's just a little bit different, okay, and in the way it's accessing the data, and we find that it's much faster and it gives us better quality control. Okay, so with that done, I want to show you what it will look like. I'm just going to log out here. Okay, so the first time when you see the screen, okay, and before you log in, you're going to be presented with this login screen, okay? And all you've got to do initially is enter in your account number. If you don't know what your account number is, give us a quick email at kqc@keystroke.ca and we'll get that for you, okay? And then your email address. Now, you have to be the primary account holder for this, so the person that set up the account. Okay, if you're not, you might still get access to it, but there's no guarantee that we even have your email on record, because we don't, if someone has 10 users, we may not have those other 9 users in our database. Okay, so this is why we're really stipulating the primary account holder. Secondly, is if the primary account holder will have all of the subscription and support contract information and licensing information stored under their contact. So even if we have someone else on the account in the information, it's going to be very, very limited in terms of what access they can see. Okay. Now, the first time you log in, you're not going to have a password. Okay, just because we're not going to invent one for you. But once you log in, okay, let's see if I have it. Yeah. Okay. So once you log in, you'll be presented with this welcome screen. You'll see your information up here. You'll see your company name, and this is where you can change your password. Okay, this is where you saw me log out, but this is where you change your password. Now, just to be warned that we've designed it so that if you change your password, it will forcibly log you out. Okay, and force you to log back in with that. So be careful. If for any reason you mess up the password, please let us know. We can change it because that information is stored in our database. Okay, and I want to emphasize that again. That information is stored in our database, so please don't use a super sensitive password. Okay, so something that you can change or isn't the same password as something else that may be used for other purposes. Okay. So the first thing I want to quickly go through here, you've got visibility here on your ACT subscriptions, your software licenses, your support contracts, how to pay your bill. I'm going to quickly run through these and then we'll kind of drill into each one of them. Then the monthly specials, Proration Calculator, currency converter. This is something that strictly only makes sense to Canadian customers because everyone asks us, why do we advertise in USD on our website? Well, our website does convert, but all of the prices that we advertise in some of the product pages are displayed in USD only. And the reason for that is simply we buy all of our products in USD and we can't be updating and changing the pricing on our website every single day. Okay, so we've got the currency converter for them to calculate what those costs will be. Then we'll have the blog, and I'll get to that later. The knowledge base, which is actually 2 knowledge bases. Book an appointment, looking forward to showing you that. Upcoming events, which we just recently introduced as one of our newer features, live chat, and then contact us. But let's first go into the ACT subscription. So I'm logged in as myself. So we're going to click on here, and you can see it's very fast, and it's going to show me that I've got and I designed it this way. It's going to show me that I've got a basic subscription, quantity of 5. Here was the purchase date. Here is the price. Okay, and then here is I've got 3 days before renewal because it says you can click here and just your subscription is renewing in 3 days. Okay, this one here indicates that it's expired. Now you may have multiple ACT subscriptions from past use. Okay, but this is where we store them all, and you'll see the history of your subscriptions here. Okay, fairly straightforward. Okay, the ACT software license. So it says software license. Really, it's meant to cover kind of all your different software licenses that you've purchased from us in the past, and we keep track of them. Now you can see the ACT sub because the ACT sub is also a software license, and obviously for security purposes, I'm not surfacing them here. Okay, but if you wanted to get your ACT license key, this is where you can retrieve it. Or maybe a license key from something else, maybe an ACT for Outlook license or another add-on that you've purchased. This is where all the history of your software purchases through Keystroke can be found. Okay, so that's pretty handy. Now let's go. Now to the support contracts is really quite cool. We've put a fair bit of emphasis on this, and there's actually going to be more to come in the coming versions. But for now, let's drill into the support contracts. Okay. Now you could see very clearly here that my account is set up with Orange Care, and it's set to expire in 27 days. I just created these for this demo. And then I've got a VIP contract that's set to expire in 27 days. Now, unlike the software, you've got some additional options here. You'll notice here that I've got a renew or modify. Okay, well, let's go to the VIP. Okay, because what we're doing is we're allowing people to buy multiple VIPs. Previously, we limited it to 1 per year, but obviously as a pandemic consideration, we wanted to help with people's costs. So we see a VIP here, and you see the contract key. Now I'll show you why this is useful. When you click on renew or modify, it's going to immediately access our database and determine if you're eligible to either renew or renew at a discount. So you see what it's done is it's automatically selected the product. Okay, if you went to our website directly and tried to renew your support plan here, you would have to select which one. You would have to then insert your contract key, which is right there. But because you're doing it from the Keystroke account manager, it automatically inserts it. Now let's see what you're eligible for. Okay, it says here your contract is expiring in 27 days. And it says, because you are renewing on time or within the first, within 30 days of the contract renewal, it's automatically applying a 10% discount, okay? And this gives you the option, let's say you've got a VIP, you can then select to go upgrade to a VIP Plus if that suits you, okay? Now here's the nice thing, you click on Renew Subscription, you're taken through the checkout, and your support contract in our ACT database is automatically renewed. So there's nothing to be done. We don't get an email where someone has to go in and update the contract. It's automatically renewed. So once you complete your purchase, you can literally call back in a couple of minutes and the technician that will check the database will see that you've got a fully renewed support contract. So always do it this way if you can, because this is where you'll get the fastest, most automatic update. Okay, so we're really pleased with this. This gives people the ability to really manage their support contracts for maximum savings and convenience, really anytime. And now you can do it from the convenience of your own phone or mobile device, where you don't really have to copy or paste or anything. And you just follow through the renew subscription process, and it's like checking out from anything else in our shopping cart. Okay, so let's go to, okay, let's go back. I think I've missed my page here. Cam. Okay, so now the next one I want to talk about is paying your bill. So again, let's say that you've got a bill and you want to, just quickly pay it. You're at the office and you don't want to look anything up. You've got your tablet or your phone ready. You just click on Pay Your Bill. And this is how easy it is. Let's just say you enter in the bill number. And the reason that we want to enter in your bill number is some people may have multiple invoices open at a specific time. Plus, it's just a lot easier to capture. Even if we've got the customer information in our accounting system, quick Control F, we can find the bill to apply the payment to. Okay, so let's say we're going to make a $2,000. This is a $2,000 bill. Here's the invoice number, $2,000. Now here you would have to check, obviously, because we do international business. Some people, especially Canadians, prefer to be billed in CAD, in which case we've got a foreign exchange charge on the bill. But if for anyone else that's paying on par, then they would select the USD, but they can check whichever currency applies. Okay, we actually put on our invoice what currency the invoice is in. Okay, and then at the bottom you're going to see continue. Now, what you're going to see now is because you're actually doing it from within the Keystroke account manager, it's pre-populated all of your information. It's pulled that. So now all you've got to do is enter in the payment. Okay, we do not keep any of your payment information in our system, so you will have to go through this. But you can see now you can select either PayPal or your payment information, and then you just finish. And that's it. Very, very easy to do on a mobile device with minimal data entry. Okay. The next one, we talked about the Proration Calculator, and let me just show you quickly how this works. Now, because this is the Windows application, it's actually going to exit the program, but within the Keystroke Account Manager, otherwise known as the CAM, on your mobile device, it will do it in line with the application. So what we're going to do is we're going to calculate, let's say I've got 5 seats of general ACT subscription at $300, okay, but I'm halfway through my subscription and I've got a renewal date, let's say a renewal date of April 30th, okay? I remember that my last charge was $300 and I want to add 2 more seats. Well, I'm obviously not going to pay $300 for the cost of a prorated seat. So I need to find out what those cost. So I'm going to click on calculate. Okay, and boom, here you've got the here is the order date, here is the renewal date, here is the total unprorated cost, here's the quantity, and now you can see what the EU stands for end user, cost per seat, 133, and here is the total, okay? Now, you can, if you do this from Windows, or let's say you're doing this for someone, you can print or email it, but you can also click on Pay Now and purchase that right away. Okay, we'll get the order, we'll place the order for your license right away because we don't have to wait for payment because you've already submitted it. Okay. Now, the next one is the foreign exchange calculator. This is a little utility. It immediately shows you today's foreign exchange. Okay, and then so you could see what it's actually dropped down to 1.3. Okay, and then you can just kind of put in the amount that you want to convert. Okay, so let's say I wanted to put in 2,000 USD. I can see that it's going to come out to 2,600 CAD. Okay, very simple, kind of limited to the Canadians. We don't expect this to have any application for the Americans, but it's a tool that we've been asked for, and we get asked for that request, and even the salespeople like to have that exchange utility available. Okay. Now the next one, we're really pleased at because we know that we host our own knowledge base for all of our own add-ons, but we also know that people may be using the CAM to look up an ACT-related question. So what we've done is, when you click on this, it will immediately pop up on your mobile device, indicating whether or not, and prompting you to select either the Keystroke knowledge base or the ACT knowledge base. Okay, I'm not going to go through any demonstration of those because those are available separately, but these are just a different access method to find them really, really conveniently. Okay. Now the next one is called Book a Meeting, and this is actually using our own software called Book to Calendar, previously known as Book to Act. And what this does is when you click on it, you can actually book an appointment with anyone in our company that has already set up a Book to Act account. So you can see that I've done it, Michael, our support manager, Billy from our support team, Sylvia from our French sales team, okay, and James Young from our English sales team. So let's say that I want to book an appointment with myself here. I'm click on here. Now what this is doing is using Book to Calendar to access my availability, okay, and then it will display it in a minute. Okay, this is a little prompt reminding people that depending on where they are, they should take note of what the time zone is. Okay, so that if you are, let's say, on your Pacific coast, then you'll want to adjust this to reflect it. Okay, because right now this is showing East Coast availability times. So you can see here are all the available time slots in 30-minute increments. This is what I have selected. And people can see my my time, and then right from the ease of their mobile device, click on it and book an appointment with me. Okay, I'm not going to go through that process, but you can book an appointment, and when you're done, you'll be presented with an ICS file to add to your own calendar, and then we've got an appointment. Okay, and I'll be following up with you or whoever you've booked the appointment with. Okay, in the near future, we'll have the team edition, which will show you all the availability or the next availability of anyone on the sales team or anyone on the support team. We expect that to be out in the next couple of weeks. Okay. Now, the next one is upcoming events. Now, upcoming events sounds, kind of dull, like what, just different training events that we've got, but we have changed this and updated this feature in our website to make it mobile compatible. And this is a custom development that literally took almost 2 weeks of development to come up with this. So we're really pleased with the outcome. So you click on this, and this immediately will show you the upcoming events in a mobile responsive format, okay? And this one we just completed, so it will automatically be grayed out, okay? This one is today's, and you can see happening now, okay? And then tomorrow you can register. And when you register, okay, it's actually going to prompt you through the book to events. All of these things, everyone that's attended today is attended here today using the book to events software. Okay, so that page that you filled in to sign up, that was book to events. That's our newest software release, our new software service. And it's available for anyone on ACT subscription either hosted or self-hosted because it uses the Act Web API. Okay, but as you can see, all of these very, very comfortable in terms of mobile responsiveness. And when you click on here, okay, obviously you can't click on here, but and then click on here to read more. You can see more. It flips around the graphic and you can read all about the event. Okay. So this took a little bit of doing to make it so mobile friendly because we didn't want to just make one page mobile friendly, but we wanted this to be mobile friendly in the context of the Keystroke Account Manager. Okay. So now let's go back. Now we used to have just the marketplace, which is our our place for our shopping cart, okay, and our website, just to kind of quickly go here, like our little shopping cart over there. But we wanted to make this relevant and worth using over and over again. So what we did is we changed it to monthly specials. So when you click on it, it's just going to filter the items that we have currently on promotion. Okay, so you can see 25% off, 25% off, 25% off on all of these three products. If for any reason you want to browse around from there, then you can click on shop or filter by here. But we thought it made more sense within the context of the Keystroke Account Manager to have that one button access. So let's say next month you're curious, or next week during our Black Friday sale, we've got like 10 different products starting Monday through to Cyber Monday the following week that are going to be 35% off. So definitely stay tuned for that. And when you click on this on Monday, you'll see all of those products. Okay. Now, the next one is the blog updates. Now, what's special about the blogs? Well, when you click on it, first of all, you see this little burgundy dot here. That burgundy dot indicates that there is a new blog since you last logged in. Okay. So when you click on here, you can now see all the new blogs, okay? And you can drill into any one of them, but they're formatted in a list view format that allows you to kind of see whether or not any of them are of interest to you. Now, when you go back, you'll see it automatically recognizes that you've checked in. It's removed this little dot, okay? Now, what's really cool about this is when we publish a blog, and let's say it's important relating to a sale or some update to the Act software, terms and conditions, whichever. If we publish something like that and you've got the CAM installed, then you're going to get a little news alert pop up like you might see with a CNN, a news alert or something like that. Just a little windows pop up. I get about 10 a day from the different news services that I subscribe to, but you know that you can quickly click on it and drill right through to learn about, what's the latest update about. So this gives us a direct access to our customers that sometimes can get thwarted through email. We had one particular case, a story I've kind of told a couple of times, where we had, it was December 2018, and there was the big Protexus license crisis, okay? And we were sending out email after email letting people know that they had to update their software. And for most of them, there wasn't even a cost associated with it. They were on subscription, but they had to apply a service update to get the new licensing system applied, okay? And I had several customers, but one in particular called me up really, really angry that we hadn't notified her, okay? And when I checked on her file, she had opted out of our AMA communication and opted out of our direct communication using our own opt-in manager. She had done just about everything to block us from communicating with her, okay? And then blamed us for not, getting the word out. Okay, well, we have over 2,000 accounts that we're managing. We can't possibly, especially on a short-term notice, literally call up everyone and let them know, and even assuming that everyone would pick up on the first try. Okay, so what we've done is we've built this alert system so that we've added lots of cool features that are of value to people, and you'll get a little alert if there's anything that, and you can swipe it away if it's not of interest, but at least you'll have like 1 or 2 seconds that you can see, so you're not reliant on whether or not it's been blocked or whether or not it's been filtered into junk. Okay, so that we're really pleased with. Now, the next one is I talked about the Keystroke knowledge base. The live chat is a bit of a cool thing because a lot of the times if you go to our website and you click on the chat, you've got to identify yourself. You've got to write in all of your information because we need that. Our chat operators need to know that if we have to follow you up, who are you? Well, when you click on here, okay, that information is automatically stored and it will be displayed to the chat operator who you are. And so there won't be any additional identification required. So just a little thing that allows you to simply communicate. So you can have your phone or your tablet in your hand with, let's say you're working on ACT in another, so you don't have to, worry about having too many screens open. This allows you a real ease of access with, simplified chat, the blogs, everything else, because it puts in the information for you, okay? Now, just if you want to just test it for yourself, let's say you have any kind of issue getting in, I'm just going to show you a quick test account that we created. It's A00123455, okay? And then it's Chris@keystroke.com. Now, keystroke.com doesn't exist, okay? So this isn't a valid email. And Chris is actually represents Chris Huffman. Any ACT user would be familiar with Chris Huffman. No password. So if you want to just test out what it looks like, then you can log in, see Chris Huffman from Keystroke Enterprises, and you can play around with some of the tools. So if you're on this call and you don't have a subscription with us, even though we've only invited subscribers, then you can test it with the test account, okay? So it is about 3:26. I just want to go through a couple more things. We've covered all of the points I wanted to review, all the features, okay? But as we indicated at the beginning, this webinar will be recorded. So I want to go back here and show you on our website where we keep those recordings. And this should be published within 24 hours. You just simply go to our homepage, scroll down, and right near the bottom, it says, the very bottom button is Keystroke training videos. You click on this, and it will show you all of our training videos, okay? And the next one will be at the very bottom. So just check for that, and we should have that published in the next 24 hours, okay? Now, speaking of the next 24 hours, tomorrow, if we go back to the training events, scroll down, we already looked at the upcoming events through the CAM. This is what it looks like just through Windows, okay? But take a look at the Book to Events success training webinar that's going on tomorrow at this time. If you click on here, you can register for the event and learn more about this program. Now it's our goal to really optimize the value of subscription, bring more bang for people's bucks, so that you don't have to go out there and say, okay, how can I access the more products or more integrations through the API? Well, do I have to learn about Zapier? Do I have to learn about that? We're doing all of that for you. We're building the integrations that current modern day CRM users expect. We want people to have that Calendly or Appointlet functionality that's available in other CRM. So we've built it in Book to Calendar. We want people to be able to organize webinars like this one, online training events, or even in-person events where you're tracking attendance. You can use something like Book to Events, very, very inexpensively priced. And then next week, we're going into beta for the Book to Forms, where you'll be able to do things like, not obviously with the super functionality of SurveyMonkey, but to a lesser extent, be able to manage surveys, ballots, questionnaires, all kinds of things. And all of that information will get stored within ACT, stored within the history, and have reporting capabilities. So you can even run your own little election, if you will. This is what recently inspired it. I'm president of the board of directors for my daughter's daycare, and we had our annual general membership meeting. We wanted to see, what who would be reelected. So I created a little, a little election ballot on this, and everyone was able to vote. Oddly enough, the results weren't contested, and we have a new board for the next year. Okay. And the last thing I wanted to really talk about here, see if I can move this over. No, I'm going to just go here, go to handheldcontact.com. So we talked about maximizing the value of your subscription. And again, I only invited people that are ACT subscribers with us. So here is something I want to remind you of: Handheld Contact Lite. Handheld Contact Lite allows you to download your entire database like a Rolodex to your device, okay? And it literally is like a Rolodex. So you can find your contacts fast. You can call your contacts with that information in hand. So you got a little application, okay? You can see little screenshots here. So you find someone, you call them, you email them, you SMS, or let's say that you're on their way there and you need to map out the way. You look them up, click on the address, and your device will map out the rest of the way. Okay. Now, what's really special about this is it's free. No exceptions, no time bomb, no nothing. It will run free forever. As long as you have an ACT subscription, then it will work. Okay. And we've given the iOS setup steps, the Android setup steps, and here's the system requirements. But basically, it's you're an ACT subscriber, you've got web API permissions, and you're good to go. Okay. Now, if here's a little webinar that we've done previously, and then here's a little thing that one of our team leads, Billy Clark, did on how to set up the API for yourself. Okay. And that's what I wanted to cover today. And I've used my 30 minutes. So I will pause and check with Vic to see if there are any questions.
No, I don't see any questions in the chat.
Okay, perfect. So thank you very much for your time, guys. I wanted to keep it to around 30 minutes to let you guys get back to your day. I hope that you guys download both these applications, the CAM and Handheld Contact Lite. They are free. They are a membership privilege, and you'll always have that information. And we know the call drivers in our industry. We know when people call us towards the renewal. What's the cost? When's my renewal date? How many seats? What's the what does it cost to get an updated or an additional seat? All of these things we've made available in the CAM. And for the people, we've got about 30% of our subscribers, okay, have support contracts. And now that we've provided them the ability to renew it on their mobile device on time and save 10%, we're finding a huge uptick with that. So we're hoping to provide some value with that. And let me emphasize, we are the only ACT reseller in the history, 30+ year history of ACT, to actually deliver on a portal and a mobile platform, okay? And we're using all the same products that we sell you to do so. Okay, we're using the ACT database, we're using the ACT web API, we built some of our own as well, but all the back end stuff is the products that we've sold you. So anything that we sell you, we can obviously generalize for our customers as well. So that's the end of our presentation today. I hope you guys found it of value, and I'll let you get back to your day. Thank you very much.